Hello everyone, I'm back, and as you all know, I was just on a study abroad trip for 3 months. Now I'm back here with a study abroad essentials video and how you can prepare for your own study abroad trip. So basically I just want to kind of give some tips and tricks on what to pack, how to pack, because there are a lot of essential things that I personally forgot that I really needed. But I'll start off with packing clothes. So make sure you know the climate of the place you're going to. Obviously you might think you'll remember that, but personally for me, I didn't think about the fact that winter does in fact happen in Barcelona. So I packed 0 coats, none at all. So make sure you do that and kind of look out for the climate changes because it's very different from where we are, especially if you live in Atlanta, Georgia. You know how our climate is very up and down. Also, if you are traveling, so you might be going to a warm place, but you have to remember if you're traveling, you might be going somewhere where it's super cold or super hot. So to kind of think about that in advance when you're packing. 2, I recommend bringing 2 large suitcases and 1 small carry-on. So your small carry-on can be used when you go on these trips. So I mentioned before I used Ryanair for a lot of my flights when I was in Europe, and usually the cheaper flights you can only have a bag either basically the size of a book bag, but there are some carry-on sizes that are that small, and it's a lot easier to carry that around than a book bag. So I recommend bringing that, as well as 2 large suitcases, just so you have kind of all of your essentials and you have a little bit more space for any souvenirs or any extra clothes that you end up buying while you're abroad. 3, in general, pack light. So I know I just said 2 large suitcases and a carry-on, but that's mostly for anything that you might end up bringing back, as well as your ability to travel while you're over there. Yeah, I packed pretty light, and I'm glad I did, but I know a lot of people who packed heavily, and I'm a very big packer, especially when it comes to clothes. But trust me, you don't need 20 different blouses, you don't need 20,000 dresses. Like, honestly, I probably had maybe 5 sweaters or like long sleeve type shirts, maybe like 10 of my kind of like tank top type shirts, since they're a lot smaller and easier to pack. I think I had maybe like 5 jeans, and I brought like 1 business dress for the case of any professional event I had to go to. So I packed pretty light, and also when it comes for shoes, I think depends on where you're going, but also if you're going to travel. So like maybe 2 pairs of tennis shoes, 1 for casual wear, 1 for actual hiking if you're into nature. Heels for me if you're a girl, or if you wear heels and you want to go out, don't forget that. And maybe flats, and then sandals. Sandals are very universal, really easy. Some specifics that I want to mention that I personally forgot. So you might not think about this because it doesn't get as cold. For me, it doesn't get as cold in Georgia, but you want to have gloves, scarves, a coat, shoes. Yeah, so I just mentioned the tennis shoes. I personally feel like I should have brought 1 more pair of sandals. I only brought 1. I don't know why I thought I would only need 1, because they got worn down very quickly. But shower shoes. You might not remember shower shoes, but you never know the place that you're going to be living in. For me, it was disgusting. So I'm really glad I brought my shower shoes when I got there. And maybe rain boots. Actually, you don't need rain boots. Scratch that. Moving on from clothes, study essentials. So for me, I only took 4 classes when I was there. That's what my program, that's how they kind of schedule it out for you. Oh my goodness, I have a call in 15 minutes, so let's get this going. Study essentials. Always remember, you know, you're still in school, even though you're abroad. Like, yeah, you're traveling, but don't forget what you need to study and actually make that 4.0. For me, I personally just have notebooks. Print your notes. So if you go to Georgia Tech and you're in a science class, a lot of things, you always have like your pre-lecture notes, lecture notes. So it's really important to print, because you never know if you can print or where to go and how to do all that when you get there. So I went ahead and got my pre-lecture notes printed, highlighters, note cards. Note cards, very important, and just whatever notebooks or paper that you use to write in binders. But it was very easy to get that stuff there. The biggest thing that I want to talk about is money and all of your finances. This is like the biggest thing to do, because I forgot to contact some of my banks by the time I got there, and that was a whole crap show. But okay, so before you go on your trip, like make sure before you go you contact all of your bank cards. So whether it's your credit cards, your debit cards, all of them. I don't know about credit cards. Personally, for me, my American Express, I don't have to call them when I'm traveling, but I don't know if that's the same for other credit card companies, so just check that for yourself. But just make sure that you contact them and let them know where you're going and for how long, and to have access to use your card over there. Because if you don't, when you get there and you try and use your card, they're gonna think it's fraud and your card's locked. What are you gonna do when you're thousands of miles away in a different country and you don't have a card to use, so you have no money? So yeah, make sure you do that. 2, know the conversion rates for when you arrive, just so you don't ever take too much out of your account and then you're in the negative. It's important to know that. And personally, in my opinion, I learned this from my mom, but the best thing to do when you get to where you're going is to get money out of the ATM at the airport. Don't go to the conversion rate, get your money here, like kiosks, because they charge a lot. They have a really, really hefty percentage that they'll take out of it, like transaction percentage that they take out of. But when you go to the ATM, it's a lot cheaper. It's like 2% out of whatever you're taking out, versus maybe paying like 10% or something like that. But it's important to do that when you get to the airport, because also at other places, the ATMs, that rate will be a lot higher. Oh, so for my hair people, my natural people, you would think that they would have hair products where you're going. I assumed there would be hair products in Spain. I was told, they might be a little limited, but I was like, black people or girls with natural hair that live in Spain, what do? I'm sure there's some sort of hair products there. Thankfully, so I had actually crochet hair in when I got there, so all I brought with me was my shampoo, conditioner, leave-in conditioner, and some moisturizer, as well as like curly pudding in case I wanted to do twist outs when I take my hair out. That's all I brought. However, when I got there, my hair did not last as long as I thought it would. I had to take it out maybe within 3 weeks, and that was rough. I still had like basic products, but I didn't have everything that I needed. I even went there and I got my hair done. Bad decision. She really messed up my hair, and I didn't have the products that I needed to kind of like to redefine my curls again or get a hydration treatment. So that was very annoying. I ended up finding a hair place actually, but the hair products were so expensive. Very limited as well, but super expensive. So make sure if you're traveling, don't assume that they're gonna have the hair products that you use abroad. Take everything you need, everything you think you might need. That's very important. Also, if you're ever over there and then you're traveling back or you're traveling between different countries, their allowance for liquids are different than the United States. I lost some hair products. So I had something, it was in a small bottle, but it was a pretty expensive product. It was below the minimum, or below the minimum or the maximum that is allowed to fly in the US, but however, it was not the same when I was flying back here from Spain. So, and I lost that, so that sucks. So just put everything in your check bag, or just get a separate kind of travel size bottle to make sure that you don't lose your products and your money. Just some things that you might want to bring that you might not think about. I wrote a list down. A water bottle. Water bottle is very important. In a lot of different countries, you might not be able to drink the tap water, and it's kind of annoying having to buy bottles all the time, so having water bottles is very helpful. Universal converter charger. Make sure you have that. You do not want to get there and then you're on zero because you forgot that our plugs are not the same. Shower shoes, I mentioned that earlier. Very important to bring shower shoes. I'm a super clean person. I don't like germs, but everyone should just have shower shoes because you don't know who's lived there. They don't clean the places before you move in. Just want to be careful. Clorox wipes. Again, I'm a super clean person, so I don't know, maybe you don't use Clorox wipes, but personally I use them on the planes because the planes are never clean. They're not cleaned right after every single flight. That's a lot, and you never know the germs that are there, so I kind of clean my seat, as well as just in your area, like your dorms when you get in. It's very easy to use Clorox wipes. It's super fast. I was about to say super fast. But yeah, make sure you have Clorox wipes, especially because I could not find them when I was in Spain or in Barcelona. Maybe I wasn't looking in the right places, but I couldn't find the same type of products that I use to clean at home. So I would say travel size Clorox wipes are kind of the best thing for you. Lastly, super, super big, medicine. Bring all the medicine that you need, because medication and just the medical field not field, but the medicine in general is very different, especially all the brands and products. And you might be used to one thing, but in a different country, especially if they're speaking a different language and you don't know it, you don't want to take something that's not helping you or that might harm you. So personally for me, I had Sudafed, I brought like a Claritin type of allergy medicine, Advil, my personal ibuprofen, all of your vitamins, multivitamins, vitamin D, whatever you guys would need. Emergency C, it helps you get better if you're kind of catching on a cold. Benadryl. Benadryl is important, just in any emergency. And Imodium, because if you ever get any kind of stomach bug over there, you don't want to be stuck. Make sure you have Imodium with you too. So those are kind of the main things that I took with me, and I was good. I never had to go to a doctor or go get more medication. Even when I was coming on with a cold, I just took the medication that I had, and that knocked everything out the park. But yeah, that's kind of all of my what to bring with you when you go abroad, and kind of what to do when you get there, and how you should prepare. So hope you guys like this video. Comment, like, subscribe right now, go do that. I will be coming back with my pros and cons of study abroad video. That'll be coming up soon as well, so you should keep my what am I trying to say? You should keep my video or my channel, turn on my notifications, there we go, turn on the notifications for my channel so you know when my videos come up. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this guide helps if any of you are going abroad, as well as anyone has any questions about like how I did it, how I got there. Feel free to comment or DM me on any of my social media that is listed below.